for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. It's Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go. I don't think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. It's Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, everybody, you know what time it is. Time for Talented Thursdays. And I am your girl, Kimberly Eichelle. Welcome. Welcome tonight. Come on in. I hope y'all brought a friend because tonight is going to be good. I promise you. Look, I'm prayed up and I'm ready to go. We're about to have a good time. So come in, make sure that you rep your city. Let me know where you're watching from. And let me just say thank you. Thank you to those of you who are watching on Instagram, YouTube, let's see, Facebook, listening on Vegas Praise. Thank you for tuning in. I have to say, God is so good, y'all. He brings things full circle. He is a God of surprises, and he's always surprising me. I am so grateful for everything that he's doing. Tonight, I got some artists for y'all that's in the building. Oh my goodness. So y'all better be ready, okay? Look, there are times, let me say, where we want to give up, where we want to throw in the towel, where we want to say, am I doing what's right? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? All of those things. And you have that voice that tells you to hold on. It's going to get better. Hold on. It's going to get better. And you know that I am celebrating 1 year of Talented Thursdays, 6 years of Talented Television. And God is still telling me, hold on. It's going to get better. We're speaking life on tonight. We're speaking greatness on tonight. And I got greatness in the building. I ain't even going to tell y'all who it is yet. I know y'all know. I'm not going to tell you yet, though. In just a moment. Let's jump to the comments. I have a friend that's watching from Washington. He said, hey, Kim. And I want to say, hey, Joseph, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you tag somebody and make sure you all run those likes up and shares on tonight. Okay. It's a lot to be done. So let me talk about my guest on tonight. I want to talk about the guest on tonight. My first guest, let's see, really needs no introduction. This gentleman is from San Diego, California, a GMA winner, Grammy Award nominee, 2-time Emmy Award winner, 6-time Stellar Award winner. He's an actor. He's been a television host, producer, arranger, composer, choreographer, musician, and an uber talented singer and songwriter who's penned music for everyone from Sheila E. to Snoop Dogg. And he's so much more. He doesn't even know it yet, y'all, because I haven't told him, but he's even touched my life personally. He doesn't know how as of yet, but he has, okay? So I'm so glad to have him here tonight alongside my guest, my special guest. I almost said the name. Preparing to take her place on the big stage is a rising star, Jalea Regan, affectionately known as Jayree. She's a Las Vegas native and creative producer, songwriter, vocalist, and more. Her musical journey began as a self-taught pianist And by the age of 14, she was playing by ear, expanding her skills as a flautist, learning to read music, and mastering multiple instruments. Okay. She's a graduate of Prairie View A&M University with a bachelor's degree in general music studies and a concentration in piano. Jayree has a beautiful sound that is definitely going to take her places. Up next, y'all, I hope you're ready, is B.Slade and Jayree. You're watching Talented Thursdays.
I don't think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. If you feel alive. Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go.
Let's go, y'all. Drum roll. You know how we do it. Let's go. Give it up for B.Slade
Represent.
and Jayree. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much
everybody.
for coming in. Welcome, welcome. I am so excited to have you all here tonight. Y'all are here on a Thursday chilling with me, and I'm super excited. Welcome to Talented Thursdays.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. I have Pastor Latina Regan watching. She said, "We are excited." Yes, we are.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Davidson said, "Let's go, Jayree. Let's go, let's go."
Hey,
She
y'all.
said, "Oh my gosh, B.Slade." Yes, he's in the building. And even my mama watching tonight, y'all. Evangelist Ernie Randolph.
Hey.
She's excited to be here. Yes, indeed. You all are in for a treat. Make sure you keep hearing, and we gonna jump right in. Y'all ready?
I'm so excited and I'm ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to start with a little rep your city. I'm going to throw it out to both of you, and then y'all just jump in and answer. Okay. So rep your city is a part of the show that I do where you represent your hometown. So if no one or if someone watching has never been to your hometown, I need you to tell me two things that they need to do. Either taste, go, hear. What do they need to do in your city? So tell me what city you're from and rep your city. Who's up first?
Go ahead, niece.
All right, cool. Okay, so the first thing you got to taste is called Ella M's Soul Food. It's in the north side of Vegas. The catfish goes crazy and everything is perfectly flavorful. So that's one place. And another place is, I would say, the Wax Museum. Everything looks so realistic. I remember like on Instagram and stuff, like where the celebrities would actually go there and like pose as like the wax characters, but it would actually be them for real. And because they look so real, sometimes when I go there, I actually think that it's gonna be them. So that's how good it is.
Okay.
You know, you got to pray for her because sometimes she be doing the mannequin challenge during praise and worship. I'd be like, come on, niece.
Oh my gosh.
He said that stand still and see the salvation.
Okay. And she's standing still, huh? I love it. I love it. Look, one day they're going to have her mannequin in there, okay? So she's just
serious. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And what about you, B?
Oh, I'm from Dago, San Diego, the land of road tacos. X, H, RM, FM, Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, baby. I'm from Oak Park, Southeast San Diego, and you got to go to Lemon Grove to Rosarita number 9 road taco shop. San Diego makes the best road tacos. I mean, LA, you know, there's a place in Burbank that I like that's kind of close to San Diego style road tacos, but it's nothing like actual San Diego road tacos. So, and then as far as like sights to see and things to do, I would say Mission Beach. The roller coaster out there has been there almost 100 years now, and it's just a great vibe in the town. And then SeaWorld with a bunch of new rides, like amazing roller coasters and things. And I'm a roller coaster head, so I'm surprised at the new bigger, like next level, like big budget rides that SeaWorld has. And San Diego didn't have that many roller coasters before, but now we do.
Come on
Ooh.
through San Diego. So y'all repping for Vegas tonight and San Diego, two
West-
of my favorite places, okay? And I am telling you the absolute truth. So I live in Vegas now. I've been here a long time, so it's kind of home, but
Mhm.
San Diego is so pretty. So when I'm able to get away, it's like perfect weather, beautiful water, and you named some tacos that I haven't tried, so I have to try
Mhm.
them next time I go, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you're good. Matter of fact, that should be one of the shows. I just take you down there and show you like the places to go and get
Yes,
you like out of the
sir.
studio on location.
There we go. I
Yep.
love it. Great idea. Great idea. They screaming your name out here. B.Slade.
What's up, Erica?
Yes,
Represent.
indeed. Yes. Kendra is watching. Latina said, I love both cities, but a Vegas native here. I know
Yeah,
that's right.
always.
Yes, indeed. So I'm going to start with you, B. It says, let me see. My first question for you. You have an extensive musical history. And I love, as I told you, at the top, to dive into like the backstory of an artist. Because a lot of times we see all the glitz and the glamour and all of that. But I want to know, you grew up in a musical family as a PK, and I want to know when you woke up on a Saturday morning, who were some of the musical artists that you heard in your home?
Um, Shoot, Love Alive, Walter Hawkins. I
Come
want
on.
a lot of that, a lot of
Yes.
Winans, um, institutional radio choir, but I'd also be hearing like Fat Albert. Like Fat Albert was a thing. Like when I was
Gonna
coming,
have a
like
good time.
boom, chicka, boom, chicka, doom, chicka, doo, chicka, doo.
Hey.
It's like, also Soul Train, the Soul Train thing. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun, dun.
yes.
So just remember when Soul Train was about to come on, and that meant cartoons was basically over. So Saturdays, that's pretty much what was going on for me. We would always go over to Big Mama's house. I actually had a grandma named Big Mama, and we would go over to her house, right over there on Clay Street, and we would be watching Fat Albert. I remember that, just like being
Nice.
there, just that a really good comforting time hearing that theme song. It was so funky, Hey, hey, hey.
And it was real funky, and it's so funny because that's one thing that I love about music. Like when you talked about Fat Albert and you had that, I can't do it like you. You got the rhythm all in your throat, but, okay. But when you hear things like that in music, it can take you right back to that place, and that's the beauty and the magic of music. It takes you places. Like people talk about reading and things like that. And of course, when you're reading a book, you can go to different places, but music does it as well. I can hear Bobby Brown and I'm right back in middle school. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm there. I'm in that place. I remember my friends. I remember us doing the dances and what we were
At the
doing.
quad during lunch.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, okay. So music just has that type of, vibe to it and life to it. It's living, So I love that. I love that we know that you grew up watching Fat Albert. And that makes where some of that funk came from.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
so.
funky for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I really do. Like just the percussions. They were like, Homeboy was like a drummer, but he was playing like trash cans, and like the lid was like the hi-hat. Like he had like a piece of like burnt bacon on like the kick drum or something. I don't know. Like they were playing on trash cans. And there was this, I just remember even as a kid, I played on pots and pans and I played tambourine all the time.
Nice.
And I just remembered the percussion. Like I was always attracted to that. Anything that's given that, I'm on board,
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Look, I got somebody out there. Erica said, hey, hey.
Oh, hey.
Fat Albert.
What'd you say, Jay?
I say, you know what's up with the percussion.
Yes.
Okay. So, Jayree, you were born in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So tell me what it's like growing up off the strip, because people think when you're in Vegas that everybody lives on the strip.
I did. I thought so.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had friends.
Because that's all TV shows, So what was it like growing up off the strip? And when did you decide that music would become a part of your journey?
So growing up off the strip, honestly, like all I did growing up was go to school, play basketball, go to church, do my homework, and repeat. So that was literally it. Like I had friends, but the only time I hung out with them was like at lunch, like when we were, hooping or anything like that. So when I knew I wanted to do music, I think maybe like 11 when I first started writing songs. I would take the songs that I used to hear by my favorite artists at the time and instrumental versions and create lyrics with the same melody, and that's kind of what sharpened my pen. So that's when I started, and since then I loved it.
Okay, so you fell in love with music, and that's what I read about you, that you love to write. So not only do you play instruments, but you write as well, compose, arrange, and that's a beautiful thing, and I was sharing with you the other day, I had got in contact with your family because I was like, I didn't realize they had grown up so fast. You have graduated college already. So tell me, what was that experience like for you at Prairie View?
Yeah, college was amazing. I loved being at an HBCU. Like I just have a soft spot for our people, to be honest. So that was an honor. So being in college, like being away, there was a lot of like culture shock, but I made some amazing friends and they actually helped me get better. I felt like I couldn't really sing till I got to college and I was like around them because they pushed me, and I was sharpened as a musician. That was where I learned how to read music and I learned more about the piano because being I took a few lessons, but it wasn't, if I had to like an audition to get into the college, I wasn't ready yet to do that. So I got in there by the favor of God, but he carried me through and it worked out. And we
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it has worked out for you and is working out for you. I am so excited to see what God is doing for you. I had caught a snippet of your music and I'm like, she got to be on Talented Thursdays. Hold on now. It was one of those things.
I saw her video and I was just like, someone sent her video, it was like, and the person who sent it to me knows I don't be looking at like whack stuff. Like he sent it knowing I was going to react. He knew I was going to react. So shout out to Bishop Mack for making sure that I saw this video, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, she gonna be my artist spotlight as well. So we both picked up the same vibes from this young lady because she has a good head on her shoulders, and what she's talking about is just it's refreshing to see and hear. And so I can co-sign that because we need more of that. And I see you're doing the same thing. We both feeling this is a good thing. We need to see more of this.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I really am enjoying, what I am seeing, and to be co-signed by you to say, yes, this is an amazing, up and coming artist, and then to have this uncle B.Slade who's going to pour into you, you know what I'm saying? Even more, I'm just waiting to see where everything is going to go.
It's happening fast already. It really
That's
is.
what I was about to say. I'm like, sometimes God takes you on a journey so quick. We think that's a long time. And he's like, pew, you know what I'm saying? So
I was literally just saying that, like the video dropped 12 days ago, but I'm glad that God took the time to prepare me, like off on the side. Now that I'm here, like everything, I feel like I'm ready for what's coming.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. I'm looking at the comments, and Latina put the rocket ship. That's right. Going straight up, straight to the moon. I know.
Yes, it. Right.
Yes, there's so many encouraging comments over here, where people are proud of your penmanship and the things that you have been doing. And even your dad is watching. I see him here in the comments. They're coming in fast tonight. Fast up.
That's it. Rapid fire. I see myself.
Up, okay?
It's lit.
Yes,
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's
see. Latoya said, I need them to pour into you too. Let's go. Amen. We pour into each other on here. Yes, indeed.
We do. Help us one another.
On blessings. Yes, we do. Need more of it.
I agree.
And Jason said, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. Okay. Yes, indeed. So great comments tonight. Make sure that you all are still sharing, bringing in your friends, letting people
Yeah.
know that Talented Thursdays is on. And I have Jayree and B.Slade in the building, and it's only
Hey.
going to get better and better. Okay. So
Yes.
I'm going to go to you, B.Slade. I
Okay.
remember when you dropped Pronounced Tone,
That's
right?
my favorite album. That's my out
One
of
of
all
my
of my
favorite
records,
songs.
that's my favorite album still to this day. Even though I've done so many things since then, but that
Yes.
particular album means the world to me. So
Yes,
I'm glad
indeed.
you like it too.
I do. I like it. And let me tell you, I was walking through the store. At that time, I lived in Washington State, and it was on the shelf, and I hadn't heard you as of yet. And when I saw it, it was the visual that
The
caught me.
cover is crazy, right?
The cover was like, oh, who is this?
Who is this?
Section? Because it was like we wanted something fresh. We wanted something new. And I see you with the little Apple hat and chilling on the cover.
Yep.
I'm like, who is this? I need to hear this man here, And so visually, like I said, it was different for gospel music during that time. And your music has always encompassed so much from Latin,
Yep.
jazz,
Yep.
gospel, rock,
Yep.
hip hop,
Yep.
and so much more. So you were an artist and are an artist that cannot be boxed in. But what made you do that so early on in your career? Like you was like, no, you ain't gonna call me just.
No. I was one of them things. I wanted to make the albums that I wish I could buy. A lot of times we'll complain about what's not in the marketplace or how R&B ain't this no more or pop music don't sound like this anymore. And you'll hear people lamenting as if there isn't still good music. It is. There's plenty of it, but you got to go search for it. But instead of complaining about what isn't, I was like, let me make the album I wish I could buy. And what I was doing at the time was I was taking like multiple CDs because at that time, the whole album didn't have the same kind of edgy production. There'd be like some bonus tracks or sometimes 3 or 4 tracks out of 12 that had the level of production that I personally needed as a producer and as a believer. So it was dual fold. So I would take songs from each one of those CDs, make my own little like mixtapes to make the whole record urban, not just a whole 3 urban songs and then the rest is all super churchy. I wanted the album where everything was there. So I made Pronounced Tone that way. That's exactly what I aim to do. It's like, there's gotta be other young people my age who are looking for something that's different. They're edgy, they're unique, they're eclectic, they have a real good production ear, they have a certain type of fashion or swag, but they're super anointed, but sometimes they're ostracized or overlooked or shunned. So I wanted to make music for that type of person. And I think that's why the Pronounced Tone album still to this day touches my heart so much, because it was me trying to find my way as a young believer, but who had mainstream career ambitions. I wanted to make sure that the production matched what was happening in mainstream markets without compromising my faith. And I was bold with my faith and walk, and the music was bold, and the fashion was bold, and the cover was bold. So it's just like, out of nowhere, people just like overnight, the records started selling out because I had a small record label at that time. The first shipment of that flew off the shelf so fast that I had like 5 major labels trying to like sign me at once.
Wow.
Then once I did the Stellar Awards, my first Stellar Awards performance, where I did a couple of songs off of Pronounced Tone, the bidding war was unprecedented. Still to this day, unprecedented, the amount of money.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, that stellar performance. I read where they were comparing you to the Michael Jackson, 25th anniversary of the awards. They're like, who is this? I remember seeing you on Apollo. I
don't know about all that, but I'll say
I read
his energy. I feel like that particular night that Michael did that, I actually saw that happen. So if it's related to seeing something you've never seen before, having a lasting impact, I can see that comparison. Because these are the people I studied, more Janet than Michael, but I would say that moment in Michael's career certainly had a lasting impact. And I wanted to to bring choreography in a real way to the Stellar Awards, like Vicky Winans had actually done like several years before, but they kind of like dragged her for it and made her apologize for it. And then I came back out 8 years later, and I know Vicky Winans was looking around like y'all just killed me now.
Right.
And he's good. What we doing?
Right. Look, it's all in timing. It's all in
it
timing.
really is, because some stuff is like that for me too. So I get it. But that album, thank you for mentioning that album, because still to this day, out of all the work I've done, that's the work I'm most proud of and means the most to me because of
that. I love it. It is a beautiful album. I'm going to jump over to the comments just briefly because I saw something that I want to read. Kendra Lowry is watching, and she said, more than his music for me is his heart for people. At Cornerstone Family Worship Church, he saw me in the back in pain and stopped to make sure I was okay and prayed for me. You know, and so I think that that is important to be mentioned as well, because a lot of times, you know, people just see the artist and not the heart of the artist. So thank you, you know, for sharing that for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to say that about Jayree as well. It's like, you know, a lot of people like, you know, mentor me or show me or whatever. It's like I don't do that. I really don't, because I look for people's character and how they treat people that are not someone, just how they go about life. I'm looking at everything, you know?
Absolutely.
And I could see it all. I know the stock that she comes from and the type of level of anointing she has been birthed through and in, and then just her mind is what she's on. Is like, I want more people to see this. Like, they always bringing out what we doing wrong, but I want to showcase somebody's doing it right. She could be doing 1,000 other things right now, which
come on,
she's using it for a good reason. And just like your platform, I just want to encourage you as well. Like, because people be like, "What are you doing?" And what you think you trying to do? Right. You ain't thinking nothing. You're actually manifesting it. And look who's coming to you because you stepped out on faith to make the platform available.
Thank you.
So when she filmed that video, which I'm sure was a faith move as well, you go by faith and not by sight, and you don't know what God has in store if you'll just take the first step. All these steps came after she let this part happen, and then as soon as she believed in that part, the rest kind of unfolded.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what it's about, you know, taking that first step. You know what I'm saying? And I can attest to that, because many years my equipment sat, y'all, you know, and I can testify that I wanted everything to be perfectly aligned. You know, okay, I wanted to look like this and that. And I saw a video one day and the man said, just do it.
Yeah.
Look at our beginning. And they're huge in the social media world now. But he's like, look at my beginning. And I was like, well, my beginning would look better than his beginning. And look where he is. Let me just do it. I didn't know who the first guest was going to be. I didn't know how it was going to go, but God did it. You know, it's like we take the first step, he'll take two more for us, you know? And so I'm so glad to see God walking through all of our lives, you know, and we as I guess I could be auntie now, you know.
Yes, please, yes.
It's like we are able to encourage this generation that's coming behind to be a blessing, you know, to those that are around her, because there are people that I won't be able to reach. Even B.Slade, as huge as he is, he won't be able to reach.
That's right.
But Jayree has the gift that God has given her to reach that generation. And it's a blessing, girl, to have you here tonight. For sure. For sure.
It's an honor to be. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to ask you, Jayree, you were part of a mentorship program, and it afforded you the opportunity to write a song that was judged by Jordin Sparks. Okay. You are now helping to mentor young musicians. How do you feel mentorship aided you in your growth as an artist, and why is it important to give back?
First of all, shout out to my mentor, Javon Dawkins, because he helped me out a lot. He's actually the reason why I was able to record I Was Loved in his studio. I was in his studio working with his people, and he made sure I had the best of the best. And because of the favor that I had with him, I was able to do it. And it was excellent. It was an excellent experience. So the experience with Jordin Sparks, it was crazy. We had to write a song with metaphor specifically. That was the homework assignment.
Ooh.
And I had a concept before. I had no idea what I was going to do with it. But when he said metaphors, I was like, all right, God, like we could really like do something crazy with this. So
Yes.
he wrote the song and it came together. And she said, Jordan Sparks, she said she had goosebumps. So when she said that, I was like, I did a
You
good
said,
job.
uh-oh.
Yeah. So that actually, I will be releasing that song later this year. So look forward to Dead
Right.
Tree. And then so with mentoring now, I have I think like 12 students that I'm teaching. I have a flute student, piano students, and voice students and I love them. And it's been fun. So giving back, I've always had a heart for the youth in my community. So being able to give back, like, is priceless. And then just to see them growing and loving to do things that I also love to do, I'm able to relate with them and watching them progress over the years. It's a very humbling experience, and I'm grateful for that opportunity.
I love that for you. Like B.Slade had mentioned, you come from a great family,
Yeah.
and so you all have the heart to give. Like your family has been giving back to the community, pouring into the youth for years and years
Yeah.
and years, And so, when things are instilled in you, you got to keep going. You are part of that legacy for sure. And so there is greatness on you and in you. So I am glad that you are continuing on the journey, that your parents and your, grandparents and things started, family members started for you. So it is good to give back. It does
Yeah.
feel good. People think
Yeah.
it's cool to be a mean person. Like I'm a mean girl or I'm a mean boy.
Right.
No, like get out of here. I love down to earth people
Yes.
who are approachable because we are just people. We're nothing but vessels. And when our time is up, it's up. So
Yeah.
use it wisely.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I am glad that
Yeah.
you are using it wisely for sure. I'm going to jump over to the comments again just briefly. Pastor Latina said, Apostle Hilliard says you will receive more on the way than when you started. I know that's right. Come on in the building. Let's see. Donette Moreland said, Jayree is such an inspiration to my children who she has poured into and admire. Okay.
That means a lot.
Latoya French, she's watching from Texas, said, Jayree, you are an inspiration.
Yes, she is.
I
Thank you.
love that. Latina said, I thank God for her village. They are solid, candid, and
Yeah.
supportive.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. So in 2020, Jayree, you released your debut single, Control Z, followed by No Love Between Us in 2021, which marked your emergence as a solo artist. So
Mhm.
now you have your latest song, which is Abba's Love.
Mhm.
And it has like that R&B feel, that gospel feel, that
Yeah.
summertime blend,
That's what I said.
You did too?
I said the same thing. That's that top-down vehicular bop, okay?
Come on,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
You
how
better
I
learn
felt.
it, get a late pass.
Yes, indeed. That's how I felt listening to it. Like, okay, this one
It's
you
a
could roll
feel
to.
good. Yeah.
Yes, it is definitely feel good, So I want to know, what does Abba's Love mean to you? And when they put it in their playlist, because that's what they're going to do tonight,
Yep.
what do you want the listener to take with them? So what message are you conveying for the listener?
So I have a lot of friends that they kind of talk to me about like relationships and like boys or girls or whatever. And with me, also being in that position, well, when I was in that position of like, all right, God, like when you gonna send the person? Because I feel like I'm ready, but
Right.
I had to develop my relationship with him so I can understand how
Mm.
loved by the person that's supposed to love me for the rest of my life. And that's where the chorus comes from. Like now that I have my relationship with God and how he loves me, like my expectations are ridiculously high. So now it's really like
I love that.
it's a love song to God for my relationship with him and how we developed that before I get into, like marriage, all those things. Like me and him first, like him, like
Yes.
I love
Yep.
him first, and then I'll have somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's song.
Indeed. Look, you're not only talking to yourself, you talking to me too, because a lot of times we feel like we're ready, right? And we're like, I got it all together. When are you going to send it? And sometimes it's like falling in love with Jesus. It's the best thing I've ever done. You know, it's like, it's coming. It's coming. So your music applies to me too, especially your reasoning behind it. And I want to share some of that video. So give me just a second as I pull it up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
Okay.
The video, cinematography and choreography she was so effortless, and it just seemed really down to earth and regular. She wasn't trying. That's what made it so fly. She wasn't trying. It was just she was just being herself.
Trying. I love that.
They made it so easy. I promise y'all, I was so awkward during the shoot, but they made me feel really comfortable. My sister, the choreographer, and the videographer, Zion.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Shout out him again. We didn't hear the name. Do it one more time.
Absolutely.
What's his name?
Zion Treadwell. He goes by Shot by Tread. There you go.
Nice. Shot by Tread. Shout out to you, the choreographer, the videographer. That's right. We are shouting them out. I'm going to add it to the stage. Let me get it playing here.
Okay.
To play properly.
That's where we want it right.
I remember when you first spoke to me. You showed me things my eyes would never see. You told me I'll always be loyal to you. And even when I fail, I'm still your daughter. You treat me better than I've imagined. You're the reason why. My expectations are high. Your love got me so high. Can't look you in the eye. Oh no, cause you're too special. I just wanna fly. Take a really long drive. Feels so good, I might cry. So overwhelmed when I'm with you. Talk to you every day. The first one on my mind when I open my eyes. There's something sweet about you. Don't wanna live a life without you. Treat me better, better than I've imagined. You're the reason why. My expectations are high. Your love got me so high. Can't look you in the eye. Oh no, cause you're too special. I just wanna fly. Take a really long drive. Feels so good, I might cry. So overwhelmed when I'm with you, I'm high. Your love got me so high. Can't look you in the eye. Oh no, cause you're too special. I just wanna fly. Take a really long drive. Feels so good, I might cry. So overwhelmed when I'm with you. It's the way you love me. So overwhelmed when I'm with you. It's the peace you carry. So overwhelmed when I'm with you. You speak to me. So overwhelmed when I'm with you. So overwhelmed when I'm with you.
Woo! Indeed. I love it.
You can run that back one more time as far as I'm concerned. You can
listen, that is
so good. It's so good.
It really is. I love
that song.
Yes, it's fun. It makes it's so fun. The lyrics, the blending, the dancing. Okay. I was like, okay, I see you. So she's giving us artistry, not just, singing, standing still as we learn to do, but you're giving us the fullness of an artist. So I am loving this new song. You all that are watching and listening, that is Jayree with
Jayree.
Jayree.
Late pass. Y'all better get a late pass. It's so good. Let's go. Let's get that on your playlist, you guys, and request it.
Yes.
Tell everybody about it. Every person just spreading the word about this song because it just people need this right now. I know I need it. It's perfect for the summer. It's springtime right now. Let's get people outside. Let's get outside.
Let's get outside. They saying it's fire out there. They say it's fire.
Yes.
Let me focus and stop trying to dance while I'm driving.
Yes, sis, we don't need you. We don't need you going off the road.
Yes, and Latoya said, I love it. Oh, they still coming through. Let me see. I got so many comments. Let's see. B.Slade is watching. He said, so proud of my niece. I know that's right. Let's go. Let's go. This song makes me happy. We're jamming. I'm dancing. Fire. Look, the song goes, is what they're saying.
Yep.
It goes. And I am
it goes.
So proud of you. It's a whole bop. It is a whole bop. Okay.
Thank you.
So
to God be the glory. Woo.
Yes, indeed. So listen, you all, May 3rd is around the corner.
Hey.
Preparing. Come on. For the B.Slade experience at the Westgate here in Las Vegas. Yes. Oh, gosh. B, tell me what you are most excited for. And can you just give me let me see. Can you just give me a little bit, just like a hint of what you're going to get of people? I know
it's
but
lots of dancing and production and creativity and every genre you can think of, every favorite song you have, TV show theme songs, like favorite, like from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s up to now vibes, rock, jazz, R&B, heavy rock, like heavy rock too in certain sections. And then there's a stop number 4. It's like 5 train stops. The 4th train stop is Hensley and L. And that's like my home church, is where my home church in the Apostolic Faith Temple in San Diego, where them Road Tacos are. I was telling y'all about.
Come on, Road Tacos.
Out in San Diego. So that's where people get to see my gospel roots and how I get down with like very innovative gospel pop. Like her song, I would consider gospel pop. Like I've been doing gospel pop for years. Like that's what I've basically been doing from the beginning, is making well-produced inspirational music that can cross over into pop, or people don't even know it's gospel because it's so fly. You have to listen to it a couple of times. You're like, oh, she's talking about God, or she's talking about our relationship with God. Like, so that's what we're doing with this particular show. It is a mainstream show, but my faith is felt all the way throughout. And that particular stop is where they really get to see where it all comes from. So to be able to take that light into a casino or into places where people say God can't be, I love to find those odds because God is everywhere. Okay. And I'm very excited. So I said she would be the perfect artist to open for this type of show because, yes, she can do any style. She can rap, write, sing, play, whatever she wants to do, but she's doing it for this specific reason. Let's show them that, hey, your salvation can be fun too. You don't have to give up having joy, and you don't have to give up having swag and fashion and creativity to serve God or to love God. It's not a contradiction, as Lauryn Hill said.
Absolutely. That is amazing, amazing, amazing. So the B.Slade experience is live at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025 at 8 p.m.
Yes.
I am super, super excited, and I gotta be in the building because I'm loving what you're saying. We're going to hear basically what you said to me is we're getting you, because that's the type of artist you are. Like I said, you know, album, you always gave us so much, you know, that is such a beautiful thing to be able to be expressive.
So then why don't we do this? Why don't we, because I know who's introducing me is a big surprise. Why don't you at the show, you should introduce Jayree on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Then that way people can get to know your platform too.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. That is an honor.
Yes.
We should do that. Then that way this whole broadcast makes sense in the long run, because God brought us together to celebrate each other's wins, not tear each other down. So this seems on brand for Jayree and on brand for you. And I love like using my platform to put other people can reach you and see you and be like, I didn't even know they existed. Now I'm going to follow. Now I'm going to pay attention. What else do they have? What else are they doing?
Oh my goodness.
So let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Jamia is watching. She said, that's dope. You have just blown my mind. I just want you to know that it's just huge. It's huge. And let me tell y'all that this is real. It
This
just
is really
happened
happening.
right now. So
She did
I'm
not
trying
know
to
about
pull
this. This was
myself
not planned.
together.
Yep.
It is not planned. So what he just said happened here tonight. My
Yeah.
heart is palpitating. I don't know how you think I'm gonna keep it together.
Ask my niece though. Ask my niece. I suddenly show up and things start happening.
Yes.
I know that to be true. And I'm gonna tell you in just a
Less
moment
talk
how
and more
I know it to
action.
be
You know,
true.
I want people. Let's talk more action. Like, let's get to it.
Yes.
Wow. Now, Veronica is watching. She said he's so thoughtful.
Yes,
So
That's
yeah.
my cousin. What's up, B? Oh, like the San Diego represent. Hey.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for watching. And yes, he is. She also said, can't wait.
She's coming to the show. So like my family's coming from San Diego. Like, so this is a really big deal. So everyone's family's involved, like between she and I, like our cities and our families are 100% on board and have been watching this whole process of what God's been doing in our career and personal lives. And it has not always been easy, but this is a celebration. I'm tired of only coming together for funerals and for ongoing services or something tragic happening. It's time for us to like support family members and our people who are from our city, because hey, that's you out there. We're representing y'all. We're taking this city to the entire planet. And so they're putting
doing
it
out loud. Wow. I'm blown away right now. Let me just say that. Bishop Marcus McIntosh said, this has me in tears of joy.
B-Mac, let's go.
Yes, indeed.
This is all because of him sending it just at the right time, because I was going through my own thing, like kind of like, you know, dumps or whatever. And this song came on and it just lifted my spirits. It's like, okay, this really did something for me. So I was like, well, let's get this ran up so other people, if they're going through things, music is medicine, laughter is medicine. And, you know, in the show is going to be very medicinal in the sense that, you know, music unites people, visuals, creativity, everyone can relate to that. And it's a great way to bring people together. They come expecting one thing and walk out with so much more. You know,
Absolutely. And Jayree, I've been watching your clips, you know, so she is ready. She is out here. She texted me and said, I'm still in rehearsal. You know, she's letting me know her play-by-play, but I saw some of the videos and she's getting her choreography down. She's like, this is my moment. You know,
she's in the gym, getting that cardio up.
Come on.
I've been running 2 miles a day. I'm getting faster at it, but I haven't ran that much since high school. So
let's go. That's what it takes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that means that you love what you're doing, because when you will put everything aside, you know, to say, okay, I'm focusing on this goal right here. You know, once we start putting action to it, faith without works is dead. We know that, right? Faith without works is dead. So we can have all the faith in the world that this is going to happen to me. But until we start doing what we're supposed to do, it's not going to take place. But God will put some fire up under it when you do start moving in the right direction. So I love that you are moving in that direction, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I already know that. Yes, indeed. Katrina said, putting in the work, putting in the work for sure.
No, it's a definite regimen. People don't understand. Like, you have to do it so many times, like the songs that you perform over and over and over again, and then so you don't get winded, because you get so excited and that adrenaline gets going when that crowd throws you the energy you throwing them, and before you know it, you winded and out of breath. And you try to play it off like. So you got to learn, like you got to train yourself, and she's willing to put in the work as an artist. It's like, yes, she's a good person. She obviously loves the Lord. She obviously believes in academics and all those things, but she also understands what it takes. You got to keep that rookie hunger. No matter how many victories you get, you got to act like every time it's your last time if you want to be remembered for all time.
For sure.
Every time like it's your last time if you want to be remembered for all time. Because
I'm so glad
what if the sound check is your last time? I don't want that sound check. If the sound check is, who says you'll make it to the actual show? So give your all even when no one's around.
Wow.
Act like 10,000 people's in front of you when you in the room by yourself.
That's right. That is right. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. They
Definitely.
say practice makes
What'd you
perfect.
say, Jay? I'm sorry, Jay. What'd you say, Jay?
I said I'm definitely gonna hold on to that. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overspeak. My bad.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. They said you are a superstar, Jayree. Yes, indeed.
I said it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I just see her going bigger and bigger. You know, this is only the beginning. So we are blessed to see your beginning stages, you know, and to see where you're about to go because we know that you're going, you know. And so I love that. Erica said she's so serious about her craft.
That's
Yes,
good.
indeed.
Amen.
Jamia said that's good. Erica said yes.
Man,
Bishop
this crowd
said,
is great.
teach, sir. Yes, indeed.
Go ahead, Bishop.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then Pastor Latina said, every time, like it's your last, if you want to make it for all time. I think I got that right. Yes, indeed.
Every time like it's your last time, and you'll be remembered for all time.
And you'll be remembered for all time. That's good. That's good.
Because it might be, you know, how many people, you know, I was thinking about Angie Stone and how the footage of her performing just hours before she transitioned, that footage was just captured. I'm sure she wasn't thinking that the next thing that was going to happen was something like that. If she had known that's what the case, how much different would she have sang? What would she have included in her set? Okay.
Yes.
So we have to treat that like even at rehearsal, at the sound checks. What if I don't make it to the main thing? Huh?
Absolutely.
What if I don't get to Sunday service?
Come on.
I need to give the same energy on Wednesdays or Thursday, you know, or Monday. You know, it's not just for the crowd. This is all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When you keep it like that and you stay ready,
you don't have to get ready.
You don't have to get ready.
Right. For real.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I have Latoya in the comments. She is asking, and this is up to you, B.Slade. She's asking if you will sing something, please. So that's at your discretion if you would like to sing.
They got you, Uncle. They got you.
They got me. Okay, hold on a second.
Wow.
All right, Father, thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, God.
Use us all for your glory and honor, and that whoever may see this afterwards will be blessed by this moment through us and not from us, in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
The race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but it's to the one that endureth. I love you, Kim McFarland. Until the end. There will be problems, and sometimes you will walk alone. But I know things will work out. Yes, they will. It's for the good of them. I said it's for the good of them who loves the Lord. Hallelujah.
That was for me too. That is one of my favorite songs.
Me too.
I'm in tears right now.
Me too.
Because the other night, I've been reaching out to different people, and I promise you, like, God brings things full circle, because I actually DM'd Kim McFarland the other night and asked her to be on Talented Thursdays. And I don't even know if she saw it as of yet. And so it's so funny. Right? I'm like, it's so funny. Out of all songs that you could have chose, an extensive catalog, I'm sure, is in your head. For you to choose that song, that is one of my favorite songs. Thompson Community.
Same.
Down. So thank you. Thank you.
That's why I wanted to pray first, so that I didn't.
Yes.
Well, let me just pull out something that sounds real good. But Lord, what do the people need right now?
Come on. Yes, indeed.
The good and the bad is mobilizing us. And that's why it takes people like us a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because of the oil we carry.
Come on.
We won't fumble at this time. God knows we know what to do with it this time. So the bad and the good, it's for the good of them. And I love the Lord.
Yes.
I always will love the Lord. And I love young people that love the Lord. That's why I'm here supporting this young lady. Because I know it's hard in a world like this to even stand up and have constitution.
Come on.
Let alone have it be swaggy and actually relevant. We need this. God is going to bless this. And it's because we realize all things, the bad things, the hurts, the losses, the disappointments, the deals that didn't go through.
Come on.
It was to protect us, not discourage us. God wanted us to be aligned with the right spirit, not just the right connection.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I thank God for that. Kim McFarland inspired me so much as a vocalist to be able to style a song and to still be anointed.
Yes.
That she does not get enough love for what she invented. And this is actually the second time I've been singing her songs around the house a cappella, because a lot of people are discouraged right now. They're losing jobs left and right, and they don't know how they're going to even see their dreams through. But I'm here to tell you that eyes haven't seen, neither have ears heard, the things that God has prepared for them that love him.
Come on.
Sometimes you may have to cry. Some days you will have to walk alone, but I know things will work out for people like us that ain't doing it for us. We're really doing it for other people.
Yeah.
God's gonna bless that.
Come on.
He's gonna open doors because he can trust you with the outcome, that you won't take it, that you did it, but you're gonna say it was God that did this. This idea was so big, I could have never pulled this off.
Never.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
So why not? Let's shut it down. Let's turn it out. Let's show them what God has done.
Yep.
So good.
Oh.
So good. Yes, indeed.
Yikes.
Yes, indeed. I'm telling you, I was telling Jayree, when she first came on, I said, this is God's platform. I gave this to him. And I said, you do what you want to do. From the very beginning, before I named the show, God, what do you want me to call it? God, what do you want to do? God, you bring the people. I pray, and ask him to set the atmosphere. And I don't know what's going to happen, but he knows, because he's God, And so I thank you, just for being receptive. And like I said, I never like to put anybody on the spot, because I did not ask you in advance. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I get this is a time of servitude, and we have to be instant, in season and out of season. The last thing we need, even though she is a superstar, I'm a rock star for God. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
We know that we're called to do big things. You a big time executive TV host. We know what time it is. We know what time it is. But that's not that's not the motive behind it. That's not
all
what drives us.
At all. And that's why he uses people like us. It was another song, from back in the day that said ordinary people. God uses ordinary people. Ordinary people. He uses people just like you and me, and I thank him for that, and just to have a humble heart. And I'm going to jump because still in the same vein, I told you at the top of the show that there was something that you did for me personally that you didn't even realize. And God brought things full circle because I never thought this moment would happen tonight. So let me just say, during the pandemic, you went live so much. You know, you were thinking, and I was watching and I was screen recording because I'm like, oh my gosh, everything is in his throat, you know, and you would start yodeling and I'm like, oh my God. And there was times I would just cry because it literally, you were singing live, but it sounded like it was recorded. That's how clear and crisp that your vocals are. So I thank God for you, you know, and that season, because that was a hard time for the world to get through. The world. We were all alone. We didn't know when we would see family again. We didn't know when we would see friends again. It was a hard time. And you helped me get through that time. But also, there was another night. You came on late at night. It was late. I should say the wee hours of the morning. I don't know. And I was watching. I saw, you know, it popped up live and I clicked on it, you know, and you started singing. And I want to say it was a Kirk Franklin song that you were singing at the time. And I was typing in the lyrics like I was singing with you. I couldn't sing with you, you know, but I'm typing in the lyrics. And you said, yes. You said, send me your Cash App. I'm going to send you something. And you did just that for me. Crazy. And in the Cash App notes, I went back to look because I remembered it was July 21st of 21, 7/21/21. And in the notes you wrote, for being authentic. That's what you said to me.
Wow. Crazy.
So full circle, you know, I am grateful. Jayree has been a blessing, and she's opened up doors to allow you to be a blessing to me. And I pray that my platform is a blessing for you all. You know, it's just, I thank God for things that he's doing that blows our minds. You know what I'm saying? Like I never would have imagined. But
this is crazy.
I know, I promise you. And I started to screenshot it so I could show it, but then I didn't want to put your business up there. You know what I'm saying? But 7/21/21, if you look back, you'll see Kimberly Eichelle in your Cash App.
Wow. And that's on brand for me. When I see it, I see things in people before they see it. Oftentimes, as a record producer and as a prophet, you know, sometimes more than they can see for themselves, because there's only so much I can see. There has to be a part where that person activates it for themselves. So shout out to you having the courage and faith and tenacity and audacity to step out on faith on your own. Because if you hadn't have done that, we wouldn't have been here doing this.
Right. Absolutely.
You wouldn't have been able to tell me the full circle testimony.
Ain't that something?
Didn't know I was going to be on your show 4 years later.
Right.
Not at all. Not at all. As the folks say, who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it? You know?
But that's how God works.
It really is. It really is, you know. So I thank God. Erica said full circle indeed. Praise God. God is faithful. Yes, he is. All the time. All the time.
Woo.
Yes, indeed. Jayree, before we go, tell me something. We got a little game to play too. But I want to ask you a question first. And I want to ask you, what do you want people to know about you? If they said, who is Jayree, what would you say?
I'm a human living on the earth just like everybody else. And the only difference is we go through the same experiences. I'm just singing to y'all about them. And God is included because he's included in every experience that I have. He's literally, I'm just the mouthpiece. That's what I call myself. He puts it here and I just let it come out. So who I am, I'm God's mouthpiece, to be honest. And I know that whatever it is that he knows his body needs to hear, he'll produce through me. And the sound is going to sound good and it's going to touch your heart. And we are going to be grateful to God.
Yes, indeed. She said, I'm God's
I'm
mouthpiece.
good. Okay. Yeah, she
I'm
is.
God's mouthpiece. Yes,
It's through us,
indeed.
not from us. It's all through us,
Yeah.
not from us.
Real.
Yes,
If
indeed.
you can remember what you did in the show, you was just aware of your own ability. When God really steps in, you watch stuff back and you forget what you've done because you're not doing it for that. You so caught up in the spirit realm.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, indeed. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. B.Slade, what
Yes.
is one thing that's certain in the journey of life?
Oh, that's good. One thing that is certain in the journey of life, you will see the same people on the way up that you see on the way back down.
Come on.
So treat everyone the same. You know, some people will, you know, like even with your platform here, you're not big enough yet.
Yeah,
And
right.
then suddenly the Lord does something overnight and now everyone want to hop on that moving train. So just know that, you know, that's for certain. People, the same people you see on the way up, just treat everyone right in either direction because you
Absolutely.
don't know where you're going to end up. Sometimes God will allow those valley seasons just to make sure you stay in touch with the people, because sometimes you get so far away from your purpose doing great things for everyone else and then you forget about your local community, and that's really where it all starts. So I think that's the one thing that's certain. The same people you're going to see on the way up, you're going to see on the way back down. So you don't know who's about to be your boss. You don't know who's about to be your investor.
Exactly. Exactly. Very true. Very true. All righty. Let's see. We're going to do a rapid fire. Are y'all ready? I'm going to give you some words. Pew, pew.
Lord help
I'm going
me.
to give you just a few words we have, and you can do the first thought that comes to mind, the first song that comes to mind, the words that come to mind. Okay. So I'm just going to throw them out
We
and
gotta
you all just take them. Huh?
we gotta sing it.
You can sing it if you want.
You
If
can
not,
if you want.
yep, you can talk about it if you want instead. So it's up to you which you choose, which way you choose. Okay.
Got you. Okay.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. First word, inspiration.
Oh,
You give me a reason to love again. Inspiration. That's what comes to my mind.
All right. Inspiration. Jayree.
first thing I thought about was my uncle because I remember we would be driving in the car on the way to school, and Todos Juntos, that was
Come on.
my mom had to have it on replay, like all the way to school, all 12 minutes. I knew every lyric, every harmony. That was my song.
Let's go. I'm telling you, that Latin sound, it was out there and it had you going.
Yeah.
And then Sheila E., was she on that?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Indeed. Look, you had it going on and still got it going on. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Solo, like
The
that's
drum
it again,
solo.
Jayree.
Oh yeah.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said I literally remember the drum solo. Like that's how much I listened to it.
Yes.
She put her elbow down. Do 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 do.
Yeah. I was like, okay, all right.
Yes, indeed. Look, and your mom said, and did. And she
love
said,
that
that
song.
song taught my children Spanish. I know that's right. Espanol, Espanol. The next word, you all, is life.
Okay, listen, I know we've been like really churchy and spiritual, but there's a song that's not a gospel song, but it kind of like,
it could be
okay,
gospel.
I didn't know what kind of platform. Okay, I just, some people get offended.
That's of the devil. You don't be singing no word.
No,
That's not what we're here for. You were just praying a few minutes ago.
Okay, no, but back to life.
Okay, I know
back
that's
to reality. That's all. That's all.
Okay, that's a good one.
The first thing my mind was life and that more abundantly. I ain't thinking of no songs. It's verses coming.
Verses.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Whatever comes to mind. back to life, back to reality, and I come that you might have life more.
More abundantly.
Yes. Now this one is kind of, I'm just throwing it out there because Jayree's song made me think of sunshine, right? It made me think of the summertime. So the word is yellow.
I have to say one word that relates to it, or just what that word means. What do
You
I
can
get?
say what it means for you, just the first thought that comes for you, or the first song that comes for you.
I don't know why I'm thinking Stevie Wonder. You are
Yeah,
the sign of my life. And I don't know the words.
Okay.
that's
Yes,
the same thing I was thinking. That's the same song for me.
Hey.
Yeah, that's the
nice.
first thing that popped up in my head.
Same page.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna give you two more.
Okay.
Grace.
One just grace that taught me. One just grace that brought me grace. Grace. Where would I be? LA Mass.
Yes, indeed. I remember that one.
Very
Jayree,
innovative song. New time
for it,
signature in gospel. We
Amazing
never
grace.
had that.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. That's what
yes, indeed.
I
Yes, indeed. I love it, Jayree. That's a good one too. And I haven't heard that song in forever, B.Slade. Forever.
No,
Yes,
because it was a
indeed.
really innovative song for gospel, because the time signature was we hadn't heard a beat like that. Not a
Yeah.
I
You
had
had not.
yeah.
Not at that time. It was very innovative for the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Very, very. Janet is watching. She said Coldplay Yellow. All right, all right.
Okay.
By Coldplay.
That's a great
Yes,
band.
indeed. Refreshing. Letitia
Yes.
said, it's Jayree's face for me. Your mom,
Ryan.
she's out there tickled. Your twin. Yes, indeed. And the last word is God.
God is bigger than the boogeyman.
God is bigger than the boogeyman. Oh, looks like someone's
It's
really in the mood for
VeggieTales.
action and an adventure. VeggieTales.
Yeah. That was the first song that came.
I love it.
Yo, I love Christian vegetables and fruit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't be eating no worldly apples and nah.
I
Hey,
don't want
I
the
need an
worldly
apostolic
if
apple.
they
apple.
tell me about Jesus, I don't want it.
Wait,
Okay.
so wait a minute. So the first word that came to you, what was the word again?
It's God is bigger than the boogeyman. He's bigger than Godzilla or a monster on TV. And he's watching over you and me. That's the word.
Man.
A whole word. Somebody child is shouting off of that right now, okay?
See?
When you say God, I think of this song by Carmen called There Is a God. And it's like a spoken word song, but it's a very powerful spoken word song. If you've never heard it before, it's by an artist named Carmen.
Yeah.
And the song's called There Is a God. So if anyone watching, that word God, the first thing I thought of was his song. So go look it up. You'll be very blessed. It's an amazing song.
Absolutely. I will look it up. I don't know that song by Carmen, actually. So I will take a listen. There Is a God.
Very powerful song.
Awesome. I am so happy that you all joined me tonight. Las Vegas. I have Jayree and B.Slade
Hello.
on Talented Thursdays.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to you all. You all are getting ready for a huge event and it's going to be great. Congratulations on new music, Jayree. And then you dropped kind of like a little nugget for my audience and said you have a new song coming. So I'm happy about that too. Later on in the year, later on. Right now we are vibing with Abba's Love. Make sure y'all put that in your playlist. Put it in your playlist. I played it for you here tonight. Roll that thing back. Give her views. Go tell somebody about Abba's Love and also B.Slade's Experience, where you will see both of them on May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd at the Westgate. It's going to be unforgettable. unforgettable.
Yes.
This has been
Yes.
amazing.
And also, you will be announcing her coming on the stage.
Yes.
Let me
Let's not
just
forget
tell
about
y'all. Look, my heart is going, ooh, Jesus. I'm so excited. This is about to look. When you said when you're doing something that you forget, I already have forgotten. I would have had to come back and say, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing. People don't realize how fast God does things sometimes, you know. That, like I said, was not something we discussed prior to this show. He said it to me as he said it to y'all. So I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Latina said the B.Slade experience.
May 3rd, y'all get your tickets at Ticketmaster.
Yes, indeed. Tickets at Ticketmaster. Veronica said yes. Aaron Arrington is watching. He said Las Vegas, get your tickets. That's
Las
right.
Vegas should shut it down alone. Everybody
I'm
else should be
telling
trying to get in.
Right.
Las Vegas should shut this down, period.
Let's do it.
This is your own. This is your own artist. This is in your city. We bring B.Slade is in y'all city. Let's get it.
Exactly. Let's go and let's get it. You all are amazing. I want you all to follow Jayree. Jayree, tell them where they can follow you on social media.
I'm mainly active on Instagram. So JAYREEGFA. GFA. My name. What you say?
You remember the podcast? I said it's in Guffaw.
Yo, people are calling me Jayree because of the GFA at the end. But GFA stands for God First Always. It's separate. I promise. It's just God. Don't call me Jayree. It's just
Jayree.
Jayree. That's where you can find me. Jayree GFA.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And B.Slade's team said inspiration and amazing vibes in Vegas. Come on out and have an amazing time. Westgate, Las Vegas Resort and Casino, May 3rd. And they got the rocket, which means it's going up. It's going up.
We all gonna be there. We're all involved in it. You know, this is our show for them. And it's not just a show for them to come watch. There are no wallflowers here. Right. Everyone get out in the aisles, get up. If somebody's standing in front of you, then get out in the aisle and then you can see. We're not doing that. We're gonna be turning up the entire night.
We're about to have a good time.
Say it again, Jay.
I said we all need to leave sweating, not just us.
That's right.
Say it again. And I promise you we are going to leave there.
Thank you for purchasing, Nathan. I appreciate you supporting Vocal Sensei. For those of you trying to strengthen your vocals or your speaking voice or whatever like that, one of the viewers today was talking about the Vocal Sensei program, and it is available at bslade.bandcamp.com. It's called Vocal Sensei, B.Slade's Vocal Sensei Mastery System.
I love that. I love that. You all make sure you pick that up. And I'm so glad you're moving side to side because I did want to mention Plush Boy. Let's talk a little about that before we go. Okay, Plush Boy.
Okay, come on. Okay, so Team B.Slade, you can post about plushboyapparel.store. And it is basically lazy productive. It's for artists, it's for entrepreneurs, people like yourself that you want to have that same comfort that when you in bed on the laptop and then you roll out to go do your errands, you want to feel that same comfort. But Plush, that's what this is all about. This is one of the pieces right here. I'm wearing the Boombastic Plush Boy jeans right now, which are available. So go to plushboyapparel.store. We're in 2 years strong. And if you use the code PlushBoy20, you will get 20% off your order. What up?
That's what's up. Y'all heard it here. You heard it here. Go get your Plush Boy merch. I know I'm gonna have to pick me up something. Okay.
Yes, we have B.Slade Experience t-shirts as well over there. So there's a whole section called Kingdom Couture at the plushboyapparel.store with all kinds of stuff for believers that's super fly. But there's also the B.Slade Experience t-shirts if you rock them. And if you rock the B.Slade Experience t-shirt at the concert, you will be called out on stage.
Let's go. They put up the website. It's
plushboyapparel.store. Almost. That says Plush Apparel is plushboyapparel.store.
All righty. Plushboyapparel.store. Plushboyapparel.store. Awesome. Let's see. Veronica said, I got mine. Plush Boy, period. Yes, indeed. There it
Yes.
is. We have it corrected. www.plushboyapparel.store. Make
And I
sure
would
you all tell someone.
also, if I may interject this as well, that Jayree was the first artist on the B.Slade Artist Spotlight, because it's a new podcast where I spotlight newer artists, and it's presented by Plush Boy. So I'm just proud to say that she was the first, what you call like an initial, like inaugural kickoff artist for the whole Plush Boy movement. So it's really cool how God is tying everything together. Like,
that is wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations on that. And you all are superstars, as you know. You're going to keep soaring, soaring, soaring. And I am looking forward to so much more. But I can't wait to see both of y'all very soon. May 3rd, we're going to be in the building at the Westgate. Yes, indeed. Thank you all for watching Talented Thursdays. Let me tell you, I've been so excited. I have banners and everything. I ain't put no banners up, none of that tonight. Okay, those comments was pouring in. I've been busy over here like a one-man band. But you know, it's like B.Slade said earlier, I'm an executive. Look, I'm speaking it into the spirit realm because it's going to manifest. Okay, one day I'm gonna have a team too. But until then, God is doing some amazing things already. Now, for those of you who are watching, if you're interested in being a guest on Talented Thursdays or Talented Television, please email me at talentedtelevision@gmail.com. Don't wait for me to find y'all all the time. Please reach out and we're going to have a good time. Back to Fat Albert. We're going to have a good time, right?
Yep.
Yes, indeed. All righty. Well, thank you all so much for coming in. It has been a pleasure. I think B.Slade is frozen, actually. So I am going to say good night. Jayree, thank you so much for being a special guest on tonight. I am looking forward to more and more from you. Great things. Thank you for being a voice for your generation, for sure. And we look forward to seeing you all soon. Again, B.Slade, thank you. I hope you can hear me. Thank you for coming to Talented Thursdays and for welcoming me to your show as well. I am looking forward to it. Until next time, you all take care. Be blessed. Bye. Bye-bye.